Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss about Form 5695 Residential Energy Credit. You must complete IRS Form 5695 if you qualify to claim the non-business energy property credit or residential energy efficient property credit. Also use the Form 5695 to take any residential energy efficient property credit carry forward from 2019 or to carry the unused portion of the credit to 2021. You may be able to take the credit if you made energy savings improvement to your home located in United States in 2020. Guys, this is basically a two-page form and there are two parts. Part 1 residential energy efficient property credit and part 2 non-business energy property credit. Let's start from part 1 residential energy efficient property credit. You may claim residential energy efficient property credit on the same for 5695 when you acquire alternative energy equipment for use in home. The allowable credit is up to 30% of an unlimited amount of costs you incur to purchase and install solar electric systems, geothermal heat pumps, solar heat water, hot water heaters, wind turbines and fuel cell property. Before you purchase any of this equipment, be sure to check the manufacturer's tax credit certification statement to ensure that this purchase qualifies you for the credit. The credit for solar electricity and water heating, small wind energy, fuel cell and geothermal heat pump property continue through 2023 with reductions in the credit beginning in 2020. So guys, if you go through each of the line of the part 1, like qualified for electric property, heating property, energy property, heat pump property, costs, fuel cell property, kilowatt capacity of property on line 8 above, credit forward from 2019. So this will help you to fill up part 1. Now coming to part 2, non-business energy property credits. Guys, the non-business energy property credit can reduce your tax bill for some of the costs you incur to make energy efficient improvements to your home. Your tax credit equals 10% of those costs with a cost maximum total lifetime credit of $500 and a lifetime limit of $200 for Windows portion. Eligible costs include the purchase price and the installation charges for efficient heating and air conditioning systems, water heaters and stoves that run on biomass fuel. You may also claim a credit for the purchase of energy efficient doors, windows, skylights, certain roofs and the cost of increasing insulation in the home. However, you cannot include the installation cost for these equipments in the credit. This credit is extended through December 31st, 2020. Now, what are eligible homes? The residential credit energy credit is available for improvements you make to any of your homes, whether it's your principal residence or vacation home. However, to claim the non-business energy property credit, the improvement must be made to your main home. So guys, be very clear about it and keep in your mind that you can only claim non-business energy property credit for the improvement of your main home, and residential energy credit is available for improvement you make to any of your home, whether it may be your principal residence or vacation home. Your main home is whether you live the most of the time during the tax year and includes houses, houseboats, cooperative apartments, condominiums, and even mobile homes. If you own more than one home and spend a significant amount of time at each, you may only claim the credit for improvements you make to one of them. Reducing tax basis. Claiming either of the tax credit requires you to reduce the tax basis of your home by an amount equal to the total of both credits you claim. The tax basis of your home is essentially the price you paid for it and the cost to construct it. Basically, lowering your basis will have the effect to increase the gain or reducing the loss. You will have to report when you sell at the home. Whenever, since the tax law excludes up to $250,000 of gain from the sale of home or $500,000 for married filing jointly. The basis reduction is unlikely to have any adverse tax consequences for you. Regardless of outcome, it's good idea to retain a copy of your Form 5695 until you sell the home. Other ways to save. In addition to federal tax breaks, taxpayers may want to check with their local utilities about available rebates for energy efficiency purchase. Many appliances, building products, electronics, heating and cooling equipments and water heaters come with rebates through local utility companies. Some rebates are available immediately after purchase or following installation. Typically, the total rebate amount depends on the product. Department of Energy's database of energy efficient tax credit, rebates and savings may provide further insight. Now, the residential energy tax credit is available for taxes through the Internal Revenue Service Form 5695 on February 9, 2018, reinstated the non-business energy property credit for 2017. It also reinstated the residential energy efficient property credit for qualified small wind energy property costs, qualified geothermal heat pump property costs, and qualified fuel cell property costs to the end of 2021. The energy credit is not restricted to a taxpayer's primary residence, except for anything pertaining to fuel cells. For most types of property, there is no dollar limit or caps on the credit. Notably, if the credit exceeds taxes owed, taxpayer can carry over the unused balance to the tax return for the following tax year. The energy tax credit could be worth up to 30% of the total cost of installing certain renewable energy sources. In particular, solar equipment was said to be one of the biggest energy tax credits available in 2018. The credit applies both to solar panel system as well as solar hot water systems. The US Congress extended the credit. Taxpayers have until the year end of 2019 to claim the full 30%. After that, value declines by a few percentage points per year until 2022, when it goes away entirely for homeowners. Now I will show you in our software 5695. You have to type 5695 here. Guys, you can see 5695 form in Rig Software Residential Energy Credit. This is part 1, Residential Energy Efficient Property Credit. You have to provide the qualified solar electronic property costs, qualified solar heating property cost, whatever cost you incurred during the tax year, you can claim here. Sorry. Guys, you can see Form 5695 is showing in the tax return. Since I have provided the information regarding qualified solar electric property costs, solar water heating property cost, small wind energy property costs, so these amounts are flowing here. After that, it is multiplied by 26%, and residential energy efficiency property credit comes to $2184. Guys, please have a look. This also includes amount on Schedule 3. Now we'll have a look on Schedule 3. Additional credit and repayments. Please remember this is non-refundable credit. Residential energy credit 184. Guys, let me tell you the difference between the non-refundable credit and refundable credit. Both you can reduce from your tax liability, but if the refundable credit exceeds your total, means the total of the refundable credit amount exceeds the taxes you owe, the remaining portion can be used for refund. But if non-refundable credit exceeds the total tax liability you owe, the excess is lost. So this is the basic difference between the non-refundable credit and refundable credit. And the examples of non-refundable credits are like FTC, foreign tax credit, credit for child and dependent care expenses, education credit, retirement savings contribution credit, residential energy credit. And refundable credit examples like premium tax credit, RRTA tax, excess social security, 88885 health coverage tax credit, and others. So coming back to our topic, 5695 residential energy credit. Residential energy efficiency property credit you can claim when you acquire alternative energy equipment for use in your home. The elaborate credit is up to 30% of the unlimited amount of the cost you incur to purchase and install solar electronic system, geothermal heat pumps, or solar hot water heaters, wind turbine, fuel cell battery. Property. Before you purchase any of the equipment, be sure to check the manufacturer's tax credit certification statement to ensure that its purchase qualifies for the credit. Now coming to non-business energy property credit. Non-business energy property credit can reduce your tax bill for some of the cost you incur to make energy efficient improvement to your home. Your tax credit equals 10% of those costs with a maximum total lifetime credit of $500 and a lifetime limit of $200 for Windows portion. Eligible costs include the purchase price and installation charges for efficient heating and air conditioning system, water heaters and stoves that run on biomass fuel. You may also claim a credit for the purchase of energy efficient doors, windows, skylights, certain roofs, and the cost of increasing insulation in a home. However, you cannot include the installation cost for the equipment in the credit. This credit is extended through December 31st, 2020. Coming to eligible home. The residential energy credit is available for improvement you make any of your home, whether it is your principal home or vacation home. However, to claim non-business energy credit, the improvement must be made on your home. Guys, always remember that you can take or claim non-business efficiency property credit for the improvement of your main home, but the residential energy credit is available for the improvement you make to any of your home, either it may be your principal residence or your vacation home. Reducing the tax basis. Claiming either of the tax credits requires you to reduce the tax basis of your home by an amount equal to the total of the both credits you claim. The tax basis of your home is essentially the price you paid for it on the cost to construct it. Basically, lowering your basis will have the effect of increasing the gain or reducing the loss. You will have to report when you sell the home. However, since the law excludes up to $250,000 of gain from the sale of home and $5 lakh for marriage filing only, the basis reduction is unlikely to have any adverse tax consequences for you. It's a good idea to retain a copy for your home Form 5695 until you sell the home. Goodbye.